There's something about driving on a beautiful piece of road that just tickles the heart, frees the mind, and puts it at ease. It's a moment of peace and bonding between the driver, car, and road that can't be explained, yet it's something everyone can relate to. And since we're going for a drive along with the tyre test, why not do it with a bit of power? Actually, quite a lot of power. We have the most powerful 4-cylinder turbocharged engine in production, the fastest family car from Mini, and this, the car that made GC feel like he was 18 again.
Yep, 3 different cars with 3 very different personalities and performance. But there's one thing in common, they are all really fun.
And we are taking them for a mini road trip. Yeah, we are now on Lekas Highway heading towards this very beautiful stretch of road. It is so beautiful that the pictures are circulating around social media and a lot of people are talking about it. In fact, they talk about it so much until it is now become controversy. And we're going to end our day at the Hutan Retreat. So, we have fitted all these cars with the latest UHP tyres, the new German-engineered GitiSport S2 tyres. We're going to test them out and find out how it copes with the performance of all these cars.
This is going to be fun. I'm the only one who has to change gears manually, but I'm definitely not complaining. I've spent a few days with this car now, driven over 1,000 kilometers, but I don't think I'll ever get bored of how it accelerates. It's like a little possessed puppy, but it gallops like a horse.
If the GR Yaris is a puppy, then this is a full-grown pit bull. It is just savage. It is unbelievable how powerful and brutal this car is. It's just a little hatchback. In fact, it is one of the most powerful hatchbacks in the world in these modern times to be able to achieve 0 to 100 under 4 seconds.
Mine's not far off either at 4.5 seconds. But remember, this is also a family car that can fit 2 baby seats plus bags for 5 more at the back. And it doesn't even feel out of place compared to the other 2. I think it has something to do with the gearbox because it's still an automatic but shifts almost just as quick as a dual clutch gearbox.
Thank goodness we took this route because it is empty most of the time, and with all these long stretches, it is just the kind of place where you stretch the A45's legs. With all this brute force, whether you throttle at low speed or high speed, the GitiSport S2 tyres seem to be holding up pretty well. There's no torque steer, there is no wheel slip, and don't forget, it needs to contain 500 Newton meters of torque. And if you compare it with the standard Michelin PS4S tyres, on highway driving like this, in terms of grip difference, you can hardly feel it.
Yeah, after testing this car with the Michelin PS4S, the default tyres, and the Bridgestone Potenza Sport, I must say this GitiSport S2, considering its price, is a decent alternative to an affordable UHP tyre.
I did a little check online. Apparently GT tyres have over 600 engineers at R&D centres in UK, US, Germany, Indonesia where they started, and of course China where they've since expanded to. And now their tyres are on sale in over 130 countries in the world.
Holy shit! I mean, I've seen pictures of this highway in social media, but my goodness!
Seeing it in person is a totally different thing.
I can feel that my heart is beating quite fast already.
Saddle up!
Let's go, go, go!
It's mind-boggling how massive this project is, and it does really look quite mesmerizing. The view down the valley, wow, I mean, this is just something else.
This kind of landscape and view is not something you see in KL every day. In case you're wondering, this new highway connects 2 different parts of Negeri Sembilan. On one end, you have the Seremban and Mantin area. On the other end, you have the tourist attractions, the eco resorts, the Airbnbs. And I can see GC and Woon enjoying this road already.
On this freshly tarred road, it is the best place for you to test tyre noise because it is so smooth. This is where you get to listen to this. You get that? Oh, The car roaring! Come on, let's be real here, okay? If you have a set of UHP tyres, they will go on to a noisy car, and the fast one as well. So who cares about tyre noise?
As a family car, when you're not driving around like a hooligan, I think you really do want it to be quiet. And on this kind of smooth surfaces, with cabin insulation that is really quite good, there's really barely any noise coming from the tyres itself. So if you're buying this for family use, well, rest assured, road noise won't be much of an issue.
Giti has improved the tyre compound for the S2, so it's now more durable and is able to withstand higher temperature, which is great for weather. And also it has got new tread pattern, so it's able to give you shorter braking distance and also better grip in dry and wet conditions. According to GT, these new tyres are able to give you 10% more mileage, which just means it lasts longer.
That being said, the question that you need to always ask yourself before you buy new tyres or when you're evaluating your tyres condition is this. There may still be tread, but how much grip are you still getting? Some tyres, the tread can go on and on and on, but what's the point when you have, say, for example, 70% tread left, but the grip is less than 50% of what you used to get? Having tread doesn't necessarily mean you have grip. After some time on the big open roads, things got a little boring. Thankfully, the final stretch before we arrived at Huton looked like this. The perfect setting then for the cars that we brought. And you can imagine how it went. The GR Yaris is home, guys. The rally car for the road is right where it belongs. On these kind of roads, there's no other way of saying it. The car just comes alive. The faster you go, it's like telling you, come on, let's go. Faster, harder, woohoo!
Meanwhile, in the A45, let's just say it can get really exciting and then really scary real fast, especially on these roads. And also, maybe it's my age, the seat, especially the backrest, a bit too firm to my liking, but I do appreciate the side support because this car can corner really hard.
Hey, so I've been pushing the car quite hard through these corners and the tyres seem to be coping quite well.
Yeah, same here, especially so much power from my car, right? Shooting out of corners like nothing.
I've got no complaints about grip, but on this kind of road, I really do wish that the car is just that bit more smaller. Because on such a big hatchback like this one, well, it's even more important that the tyre is up to standards to handle all that extra load. So according to GT, these tyres here have a stiffer shoulder to give you better handling and more precise steering feel. And the edges also have a rounded design, so it's supposed to help you cut through water, and as a result, the tyres' aquaplaning resistance has actually improved by 10%. And I think on this kind of high performance family car, and especially with our Malaysian weather, well, I think that quality is really important.
At the end of our day-long drive, it was clear how different each of the three cars were from each other in terms of character, despite being quite similar on paper. The Mini was calm and composed, the GR Yaris was very playful, while the A45 was just plain brutal. It was also fun to observe how the GitiSport S2 tyres complemented these three different characters adequately. Granted, they may not be the stickiest rubber, but were refined and quiet enough for cars of such stature. They've certainly shown enough to be a worthy option for more accessible, affordable performance tyres.